I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle, 800-288-4453. Corn, beans, and wheat looked like this. All the grains were sharply higher Friday, interrupted briefly for a few minutes at 11 a.m. while the trade digested a largely unchanged supply and demand report from the USDA before continuing on with corn closing 11 higher, beans 43 higher, KC wheat 30 cents by the bushel higher. New long-range forecast dry for the western corn belt, which added to the support of corn. USDA did raise corn usage for ethanol by 25 million bushels while cutting domestic feeding by 25 million bushels, resulting in an unchanged ending year carryout 1,440 billion bushels. USDA lowered corn exports from the Ukraine but left U.S. corn exports unchanged, something many in the trade believe is currently too low at 2.5 billion bushels. Texas Gulf export elevators are closed for the weekend, of course, but this week Corpus Christi's public elevator in ADM is open for Milo trucks 8 to 245. Houston, the Andersons, and Cargill open for trucks 7 to 3. May 2022 corn 768 and 3/4 up 11. May 2022 beans 1689 up 43 and a half. May 2022 Kansas City hard red winter wheat 1106 and 3/4 up 36. 1-800-288-4453 Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing, pipemovers.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from Friday. National pork carcass cutout 103.16 after a nickel boost. The bellies were quoted 12.30 higher at 180.64. Federal slaughter through Saturday looks like it came in at 2.43 million head. April 2022 lean hogs 99.02 up to and a half. As we move toward the cattle side of it, boxed beef values weaker. Choice box 93 down at 270.47. The select was 89 cents down at 260.33. Federal slaughter 676,000 head through Saturday. Looks like the week's fat cattle mainly 138 in the south. As we look toward April live cattle 137.82 down 17. April 2022 feeder cattle 156.55 up 15. Neighbor, there's your meat move. We're on the line with Sam from D&D. Sam, I've never seen as much Stay Tough fence in my whole life.
That's right, Larry. Right now we have the largest supply of American T-post and the largest supply of Stay Tough fencing in Texas.
Tell us how to take advantage of all that product.
All you got to do, Larry, is call me at 830-379-7340, and that's for one of our friendly staff members.
We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. It's Sunday evening, about 8 p.m. We have sheep and goats Tuesday, cattle on Wednesday. Sean, what do you see?
Oh, I'm sure we'll get a good run, Larry. We've got a good start. There's 300 Angoras coming off of one place, and then we've got, roughly around 900 nannies, kids, kind of a herd sellout coming off of another place. So, those numbers start adding up. So I'm sure we'll get a really good run in Fredericksburg on Tuesday. Wednesday, kind of thinking somewhere around that 1,000 is what we're hoping for. See how it plays out. So we already hadn't had many calls all weekend on cattle. But somewhere around this time of year, we should get close to that. So we'll see how it plays out.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Remember, neighbors, MG Building Materials has 5 locations. MG in San Antonio's at 2651 Southwest Military Drive. MG in Corpus, they're on Padre Island Drive, 7436 Padre Island Drive. MG Building Materials Uvalde, 2301 East Main. The store in beautiful downtown Kerrville on Memorial Drive, 2202 is the street number. And MG Building Materials in Pleasanton, 1734 West Oak Lawn. Now, I know you can't remember them all, so go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for details. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We're having a sale in Mason. Ken, let's go over it first. What's it looking like?
You bet, Larry. We got right at 800 head on the yards already, about 155 cows, 160 cows, and about, I think, 15 bulls or so. We're looking for that 1,000 head, something like that, give or take a few, Larry. So pretty good run, a lot of good calves and yearlings there.
Good. Now let's concentrate on the best of the best that went on Saturday.
You bet, Larry. We ended up right at, we sorted through everything, had 3,039 head of cattle today on the sale. A large crowd was on hand with buyers pretty well from Oklahoma, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, all across Texas, and probably our record-breaking, 939 people on the internet on Saturday. The pairs, I thought overall, were very, very strong demand, with the fleshier pairs ranging from $1,600 up to $2,550, except we did have a couple of drafts of really choice registered Angus that brought from $2,800 to $2,950. The pairs that were carrying a little less flesh, and some of the smaller frame pairs, they went most of $1,200 up to $1,575. I thought the bred cows, which we didn't have gobs of those, but the ones overall they sold from $1,050 up to $2,200. That all depends on the kind, the size, the flesh, and length of pregnancy. Some of the shorter bred cows were the ones that brought less, and the longer bred cows, kind of especially the calving in April and May, and not summer calving, they were ones that brought a lot more money on that because of spring calving. Getting into the bigger, fleshier, long bred heifers that were to calve in April and May, they brought from $1,400 up to $2,300. The short bred, middle bred, and long bred heifers carrying less flesh, and some of the smaller frame bred heifers, they range from $1,000 up to $1,375. Getting the open heifers, I thought over there, they were in very, very good demand throughout the day. Bigger, longer age, fleshier heifers selling from $1,050 up to $1,800. Getting the younger age heifers with some carrying a little less flesh, maybe not quite as large or not ready to breathe this time, they brought from $830 up to $990. So overall, a very strong market. Cattle went over a lot of locations, Larry.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Ken Jordan.
You bet. Give us a call, Larry. Code 325-372-5159. Also, don't forget our bull sale, the April bull sale we have coming up. About 110 bulls coming up this Thursday. Got them all listed on the website. We'll visit more about that tomorrow night, Larry.
JordanCattle.com. What's the telephone number?
It's area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
You bet, Larry. Thank you.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again. PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. We're on the line with Seth Crane from Union Commission Hondo Livestock. Seth, how is the sale shaping up Sunday night?
Pretty good run, Larry. Tagging a few over 600 tonight. I imagine we'll get to 700 or so. Sale time tomorrow, probably got 100 and 120 cows there. Going to palpate somewhere around 80 of those. There are some young cows again through them. Just a handful of pairs, 5 or 6 pairs. Got a good many bulls there and some pretty good black bull yearlings. Anybody needing them to try to make a bull. As far as the calf and yearling run, lots of good calves. There'll be some weaned cattle, quite a few deals of them. Be a lot of light calves if anybody's got a place for one. But sure shaping up to be a good sale. If anybody wants to come on out and watch tomorrow and needs anything, feel free to holler at us. And Larry, I'd like to remind everybody there will not be a sale next week, Easter week. So if anybody needs us, catch us at 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
Neighbor, now it's time to catch up with Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. I want to remind your listeners about a set of cattle I have available for sale. These are F1 Brayford cows, 1 iron, 1 raising. There's about 45 of them, all calving in March. 30, 45-day calving on them to registered Brangus bulls. Also want to remind your listeners I've got plenty of good bulls available of all the popular breeds for lease or sale. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _rancher3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
McCoys.com, McCoy's Building Supply. Still family owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. Farm and ranch panels and gates, field fencing, welded wire panels, barbed wire, and electric fencing. Shop online and find products and the store near you at McCoys.com. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how's the Monday sale shaping up?
Shaped up pretty good, Larry. A lot of cows this week. Probably going to have 1,600 total head. I'm going to say 400 cows. Have 100 Brangus Angus cross cows off one place. They'll be bred up pretty good. Good aged cows. Got another string of Beefmaster cross cows. Probably about 20 bred ones on those and about 25 pairs. Got another set of Burma cross cows. There, probably about 30 of those. Probably 10 pairs and 20 breds on those. So a lot of stocker cows for tomorrow. Calf-wise, going to end up with around 1,200 calves. We got that one big string of wean calves off of one place. There's 250, right around 250 of those. Both are all steers, kind of weighing around that 600 pounds. And then several other smaller bunches. Some Charolais crosses. Had another set of pretty good size set of Beefmaster cross calves. So looks good for tomorrow. Got a lot of good cattle. They're starting to get thin and smaller, and cows starting to get younger, so because of all the dry weather. But getting up with about 1,600 for tomorrow.
Live Oak Livestock. Riley, tell everybody how to contact you.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office. LiveOakLivestock.com is the web. And I forgot, Larry, we also have, I've been mentioning, we have about 45 of those really good open heifers, replacement heifers, mostly Brayfords that belong to the kids from the commercial heifer show. They'll be there tomorrow. Going to sell them at noon tomorrow.
Good deal, Riley. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock, going to sell them Monday. Gary, at 7:45 Sunday evening, what's the sale looking like?
Larry, we got about 760, 70 head in. They're still coming in. I imagine we'll have maybe 800 by tonight. Should have a few more cattle than we had last week. I'll probably have 850 to 900, somewhere around that neighborhood.
Good. What's the shiniest consignment you've seen?
We got about 75, 80 cows, Larry, mostly Packer cows. Got a few pairs that are due to go back to the country, 6 or 8 pairs go back to the country probably. Don't have very many palpate cows at all. 4 or 5 looks like is all. We'll probably catch a few more in the morning, but we ought to have 850 to 900 tomorrow, Larry.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Gary Butler.
You can catch us here at Selborne, 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on my mobile, 830-857-4330, Larry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, PipeMovers.com. The Laredo store, call Gabriel, 956-727-7473. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, how was your Friday sale?
Market was a little softer on most cattle this week, but we had some good calves, and they brought good money. So your number one, they're still bringing good money, sir.
Well, let's walk those pins.
All right, we had 304 head of cattle, 1 horse, and 14 sheep and goats. Like I said, that old market was a little softer in spot. Your 200, 300-pound steers, $1.86 to $2.15. Heifers, $1.42 to $1.80. Your 300, 400-pound steers, $1.60 to $1.88. Heifers, $1.24 to $1.50. 400, 500-pound steers, $1.48 to $1.81. Heifers, $1.37 to $1.80. Your 500, 600-pound steers, $1.40 to $1.72. Heifers, $1.30 to $1.45. 600, 700-pound steers, $1.42 to $1.58. Heifers, $1.22 to $1.36. And your 700 to 800-pound steers, $1.30 to $1.35. And heifers are $1 to $1.01. Packer cows are pretty steady to active. They brought anywhere from 41 to 88 cents. Bulls brought from 54 to $1.02. Our young stocker cows, we had a few of them. Young cows to go back to the country. They brought anywhere from 77 to 97 cents. With some bred cows dollaring around that 11.10. And the pairs we had Friday brought $12.25 to $12.75. And we had 1 horse, and he brought $300.
What are you aware of for this Friday?
This Friday is Good Friday. We will be closed this Friday, April the 15th. We will not have a sale, and we'll be back the next following week, sir.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, if you can reach me there at the sale barn at 361-358-1727 or call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you and take care.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in April, D's plus 55, 1377. Yellow corn to Corpus in April, May plus 80, 848 and 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in April, May plus 60, 1167 and 3/4. And Placido beans, May less 50, 1639. 6,925 bale of Texas cotton, 125.91 to 127.53. The average 126.72. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. Neighbor, thanks for listening.